Hey guys, welcome back to Sevenfold Farm. Today we're on location.
We are on location. Today we are at Painted Canvas Farm and we're going to show you around a little bit and tell you a little bit about why we are here. I have to give you full disclosure, Painted Canvas Farm does belong to my sister. This is Kristen. She is the face of Painted Canvas Farm. So where we are at in Lamar, Missouri is a farm that is 164 years old. That really was kind of a place that had gone to shambles. It has been in the family for that long, and Kristen and her husband Bryce were able to move back here and to start restoring this century farm. So instead of me trying to explain to you what Painted Canvas Farm is all about, I'm just gonna let Kristen tell you her heart and her vision for the place.
I guess it started a couple of years ago, probably longer than that, but times have changed greatly in the past 2 to 3 years, and our heart is to have more people drawn back to the farm and to a self-sustainable way of living. And so we've decided to share how we have done it our whole lives and teach other people how to do that as well. So as we have moved on to the Century Farm and have started getting it back up and running as a true farm, we want to bring real farm life to you all and show you kind of our day-to-day, what we do, anything from being in the kitchen, making recipes, running out to the garden for those ingredients. We'll show you how to build a garden from scratch, show you our animals and how we live with them, and just real farm life.
So with all that being said, and to not get too wordy right now, you are definitely going to see more videos coming from Sevenfold Farm, on the Sevenfold Farm YouTube channel, but coming from Painted Canvas Farm. But today we're just going to jump into a recipe here in the kitchen because, quite honestly, we don't like what it feels like outside. So we're going to focus on the kitchen and we are going to make a Depression era cake.
Okay, look.
All right, guys, so Great Depression cake. Obviously, it's no secret that anybody who's halfway paying attention knows that the long-term forecast for our groceries is not looking positive. That's just one more reason. There are lots of reasons that we could give, but that's one more reason as to why it's best to try and do whatever you can to be more self-sufficient. This recipe in particular does not have any eggs, any milk, or any butter in it. That's one thing that is provided here on Painted Canvas Farm, though, is the chickens are laying eggs, the milk cow is producing milk, and we're making butter out of that. And that can be in a later video where we can show you guys step by step on how to make butter, which is huge because right now that's $4 a pound. Not to mention how much just cream alone is costing. What is that, like $5 for a pint?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So anyway, today, Great Depression Snickerdoodle cake, where we are not using those expensive ingredients that are sometimes even there's a shortage of. It is important that we point out the dish that we are using today.
So this pan was actually our mom's, and I remember her making many things in it when she was still with us. So going back, she wasn't quite in the Great Depression, but going back, we're using all old things and making them new again.
Well, back to our Great Depression. Do we have to be sad for the video since it's a Great Depression video?
Sad, yes.
All right. So
happy that we're getting Snickerdoodle cake in the middle of the Depression.
Absolutely. And really the main purpose of this is to just show that just because ingredients might be scarce or because things are a little bit tighter doesn't mean that we have to completely go without the good stuff. Not the stuff that's good for us, but the stuff that's good. So
my family still likes dessert after every meal.
We all enjoy dessert. And we're not even turning it into sourdough.
That'll be a later video.
That's right, it will. So first thing we're gonna do is grease our pan. That's the stories it could tell.
And I've actually never used sunflower and avocado oil. So
It sounds good.
it does. And it would be something that we could make on our own.
Maybe.
That'll be another video. We've got lots of videos coming up.
Does it have a strong smell too?
No, it's actually very pleasant.
It is. That's real mild.
I like that.
I think that might be really good for baking. I use grapeseed oil a lot.
I've never used grapeseed oil.
It's supposed to be healthier for you than your vegetable and canola stuff. Yeah.
This was on sale.
That's
why it's in my cabinet.
That's a bonus. All right, so now everything's gonna be mixed directly in that pan. I say hooray for fewer dishes.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna start out with 1.5 cups of flour.
Seems a little bizarre to be putting it in the pan right now.
Right.
So 1.5 cups of flour.
Okay, 1/2 cup of sugar.
With the lumps.
Yes, that makes it taste better. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Got a knife or scissors. Awesome.
1/2 cup of it as well.
Yes, and we'll put the recipe down in the description.
Ooh, make a mess.
Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What did I do?
Preheat the oven.
Oh.
If you're a preheater,
I
I'm not.
don't.
350.
Okay.
I'm usually not a preheater. 2.5 teaspoons of cinnamon.
There might be something in that oven.
Oh, we should check it first. Oh,
There is. Cinnamon roll.
Oh,
Cinnamon roll
wow.
cake.
Okay.
What'd you say? 2.5 teaspoons?
2.5 teaspoons. Of
This is a
cinnamon.
1/2 teaspoon, so there's 1, 2.5.
And then 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Half teaspoon.
Yes. No, 1.
One.
Sorry, 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
There we go.
And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Or more.
Shout out to the Redmond Real Salt.
We got our 50-pound bag.
Did you?
Yeah.
1/2 teaspoon.
1/2 teaspoon.
Once you taste Redmond Real Salt, you'll never go back.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Go get it at your feed store. Don't pay excessive prices at the grocery store.
Hint, hint.
That's right. So now we're going to take a fork and mix all of that up. I think that's probably pretty good.
Good enough.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now you're going to make 3 depressions in
the depression cake.
the depression cake.
3, like
3, yeah, 3 holes.
how artistic does one have to be for this?
Well, you're doing great at making a depression in the depression cake.
Good.
Just holes, 3 of them. And in that, we're gonna add our wet ingredients. We're gonna add in vinegar in one of the holes. So
Random amounts of vinegar?
no, not random. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Now with this, you can use apple cider or white.
And the key is to
Not overflow it.
count.
Okay. Then you're going to put vanilla and oil in a second depression. You're going to do 5 tablespoons of oil.
Oh, better grab a tablespoon.
A tablespoon.
That'll take me a while at teaspoons. That next one over.
There we go.
5 tablespoons of vanilla?
No.
Oh.
2 of vanilla.
2 tablespoons.
2 teaspoons of vanilla and 5 tablespoons of oil.
Okay, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is homemade vanilla.
Oh yeah. Miles did a video on that.
We'll link back to that so you can see how to make it.
That's right.
And 5 tablespoons.
5 tablespoons of oil in the same depression as the vanilla. I like it so far.
Yeah.
And then in the last depression, we're going to put a cup of water.
Just room temperature
Yeah.
faucet water.
Yep.
My depression is not big enough. Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to mix it up again
With a fork?
with your fork.
Seems like a science experiment, actually.
Just don't want any baking soda chunks in it like Mom's pancakes
Oh
used
man,
to be.
always. Oh, I always remember that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
We are going to bake this at 350 for 35 minutes.
alrighty then. It's close enough.
It is.
I think I did the right oven.
The upper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 35 minutes.
35 minutes. Perfect. And then while that bakes, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to just quickly mix together a tablespoon of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon, because that's going to go get sprinkled on the top when that comes out of the oven. And then we're going to brown some hamburger, because while that's baking, we're going to make taco soup.
Cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, voila!
This is how we do it.
Perfect.
You about the right amount.
That's perfect. Okay. So,
There's that.
35 minutes. Let's clean this up. So now we're going to make lunch while our dessert is baking. Taco soup. So easy to throw together. One of those things that you typically have all the ingredients on hand. First thing, brown some hamburger.
Alright, so this soup comes together very easily. We brown our 1 to 2 pounds of hamburger. We add a can of cheap Rotel, a can of diced tomatoes. This one actually has basil, garlic, and oregano in it to give it a little added flavor. A can of black beans, you can use pinto, whatever your heart desires on that. And a can of chili beans. A can of corn. I like the cream style corn in mine, just makes it seem a little bit more soup-like. So we'll add those along with some taco seasoning. You can add ranch seasoning if you like, and a little bit of water. And it'll simmer, kind of blend the ingredients, and be ready for us to eat here in a bit.
So obviously real farm life, at least to me, means things from scratch, not having to rely on the stores so much for your packaged, preservative-filled things. However, with that being said, there's always a need to have a quick dish that you can throw together, whether it's you've got company coming over last minute, or you've been too busy dealing with all the other farm stuff that you just don't have time to make something. So I'm not dissing on canned taco soup. I've made similar dishes before and they are a lifesaver. But what we're going to add to the soup is cornbread. Not your Jiffy boxed cornbread. This is a canned cornbread, homemade with the ingredients. We're going to enjoy it today, but we're going to do another video on that to show you how you can make your own cornbread mix to keep in your pantry. So what do you have here?
So this is a quart jar, and this mix is enough for an 8x8 pan of cornbread. I did that because with there just being 2 of us at home now, much easier portion size. However, the original recipe calls for a 9x13.
Which is what I would need for my family of 7.
So you can obviously use a bigger jar, a half gallon, or even a Ziploc baggie if you wanted. The only thing that we'll need added to this is just water and butter. Mix this up and you're ready for your cornbread.
So we have everything mixed together for the taco soup, and we still have 13 minutes left on our depression cake. So that came together super fast. We're just gonna let it simmer for a little bit and meld all of those delicious ingredients together.
Okay, guys, try that piece.
That's better than most cakes.
Wow.
I've tasted. Have you had any else?
No.
Some. Oh,
Yeah, that's really good.
oh my goodness.
Wow.
Why have we not made this before?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. We need to make this.
Again. Yeah. So, and the sunflower avocado oil doesn't have a flavor.
Can't even taste it.
Yeah.
Good.
It's amazing.
Best depression cake ever.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe and be keeping your eye out for more videos from Painted Canvas Farms. We hope to see you all again soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.